What's going on, guys? This is Miasin. So we have a bunch of new cards to review, actually, from Photon Hypernova, as well as the full set spoiler for OTS Pack 20. So before this video starts, you already know it. Friendly reminder to like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. All the beautiful, fun stuff, and now let's get right into it. So, for the ultimate rares for this set, we have Ghost Reaper, Ray, and Aluber. Very interesting, okay. So Ray will make a few people happy, definitely. And then Ghost Reaper, I mean, it's good, but like, I don't know. I don't know how Ash is still not an ultimate rare. I'm pretty sure it's still like secret max. Whatever. Anyways, Neko Mana King. It's kind of funny because this card is actual dog shit against Dark World. Everybody thinks it's going to be good against Dark World. It's not, unless they're like randomly sacking the one of unsearchable card destruction. Then whatever, you're skillful at Yu-Gi-Mons. But it is good against Ishizu Tier Laments because they mill like 10 cards from your deck. So I guess it could be decent against that, but I don't know. Herald of Orange Light, this is obviously a great card, so really nice to reprint because it will be played in Ishizu tier format. And then Nimble Beaver, no shit, I don't know what the hell this card is. WTF, blah blah blah, nobody cares. Oh, Grave of the Super Ancient Organism is actually a really good card. It's a floodgate that pretty much turns off any level 6 or higher special summon monster or something. So it's kind of like a baby Mystic Mine, but only for like high level monsters. King of the Swamp, and then what else is relevant? Zombie Stein, Abyss Dweller. Yeah, everything else kind of sucks ass, so yeah, who cares about OTS Pack 20? Now let's get right into the newer cards. Even more Abyss Actor cards. Oh my, this deck is actually so interesting because it's always locked under Abyss Actor only, and the Abyss Actor monsters literally do nothing to like interrupt the opponent. So the issue is that, yeah, sure, you can search a lot, you can kind of generate a lot of resources, but you're never really doing anything with those resources. And the field spell is nice, allowing you to like force the opponent to destroy one of your spells and shops while also negating a monster effect. And it's kind of nice because the Abyss Actors, the Abyss Script spells are all kind of like Waking the Dragon. When they're destroyed by the opponent's card, they get to trigger ridiculous effects. One of them is like draw until you have 5 cards. So that's ridiculous, right? Anyways, the first one is Abyss Actor Liberty Dramatist, level 4 Dark Fiend Pendulum effect. 15/15 Pendulum skill of 8. You can only use the pendulum effect of this card's demons per turn. When a monster declares an attack, you can discard 1 card, special summon this card to your opponent's field. Very interesting. This is what you want to do actually in the Abyss Actor deck. You can only monster effect. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's demons per turn. If this card is special summoned from the Pendulum Zone, this card owners reveal 3 Abyss Script spells from their deck. So you're still the owner of the physical copy of the card. So even though it's special summoned on the opponent's field, you are the one who's still going to be doing that. Their opponent randomly picks one of them for this card's owner to set to their field, but it is destroyed during the end phase. Also, the rest are shuffled back into the deck, so obviously, I think you already know this, but this is going to be a way to trigger the effect of your Abyss Script spell card by your opponent, quote-unquote, because it's still the monster that you gave to your opponent that will be applying the lingering effect kind of to destroy the card on end phase. And this effect is, if this card is destroyed, you can shuffle 1 Abyss Script spell card from your grave into the deck. Very disappointing. Would have been way better if it just recycled back from the grave to the hand. But yeah, this is, I don't know, like it could have at least been like a Daigusto Emerald or something that kind of gets you, I don't know, a little bit of money back. This is kind of dog shit. Abyss Actor Super Producer, Link to Dark Fiend, bottom left, bottom right, two materials including a Fiend monster. Relatively generic, but you can only use the effect of this card's name once per turn. Only has 1 effect. During the main phase quick effect, you can target 1 face-up card you control, destroy it, then you can apply 1 of these effects. This card was actually really close to being like generically abusable in Pendulums, but not really because you have to place 1 Abyss Playhouse Fantastic Theater from your deck in your field zone, or place 1 Abyss Actor Pendulum Monster from your deck into your Pendulum zones. So either way, this effect is actually really good. And it indirectly gets you to an interruption because I believe this is the field spell that negates monster effects. The one that I actually just talked about, so relatively good effect. And destroying a face-up card you control, it would have been nice if you could destroy like even face-down cards. So, I don't know, you can randomly abuse like Metal Foes combination. Because I know that some Abyss Actor cards were played in Metal Foes back in the days. They could actually, I think, search an Abyss Actor card or special summon from deck whenever they were destroyed. Really decent. But unfortunately, you have to destroy a face-up card, so there's only like 1 other Abyss Actor that really benefits off of being destroyed. But still not too bad, and this effect is also really cool. So yeah, not too bad at all. Abyss Actor's Dress Rehearsal, normal spell at the start of the main phase 1. add one Abyss Actor card and one Abyss Script spell card from your deck to your hand. Also, you can't pendulum summon for the rest of the turn except Abyss Actor monsters. It's also at the start of the main phase 1, so you can't really pendulum summon and then use this at the very end to like kind of mitigate the drawback. So in other words, it's pretty much like you can't pendulum summon at all except Abyss Actors for like the full turn. So you almost have to like ignore for the rest of the turn after this card resolves. But either way, it's a decent card. Obviously, the Abyss Scripts are not necessarily cards that help you. They're only cards that hurt your opponent, so that's kind of an issue that I have with this card. Anyways, the final one, Abyss Script Dramatic Series. Story, sorry, Jesus, I'm stupid. You can only activate one card with this card once per turn. Target one Abyss Actor Pendulum monster you control. Special summon one Abyss Actor Pendulum monster with a different name from your deck. Then either place that target in your pendulum zone or destroy it. That's incredible. It's the first Abyss Script that actually helps you out. If the set card and its owner's control is destroyed by the opponent's card effect and you have a face-up Abyss Actor Pendulum monster in your extra deck, you can return up to 2 cards on the field to the hand. Does not target and actually hurts the opponent, so this is a remarkably good card. I'm a big fan of Abyss Script Dramatic Story, so we're off to a decent start, but again, you need more ways of interrupting your opponent because all the deck really does is just search. That's it. And like place cards into your pendulum scale. I don't know, it could have been better, but I still like the Abyss Actor cards, and the Link one is actually really good. Alright, now we have Tree Crown, Armor, Pair, B-Gram, what the hell? Anyways, level 9 Earth Insect, level 9 monsters are dookie now that VFD got banned. Big stats boy, though, big boy. Cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned from your hand by banishing 3 insects and or plant monsters from your hand or grave. Good luck getting there, you can only special summon blah 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 once per turn. Your opponent can't do jack shit in response to the activation of your spells and traps and effects. That's not true, actually. You just can't activate monster effects in response. So yeah, you can't ash your... It's actually generic. This is like such a random effect to have like on an insect monster. Anyways, once per turn, you can destroy all face-up monsters on the field except insects and plants. Also, this card cannot attack directly this turn. This card sucks ass, man. Outside of the fact that it's super easy to search with Resonance Insect because high level monster. So it's either that or Doom Dozer, and it actually has somewhat of a relatively respectable effect. I guess going first, you can protect yourself from like hand traps and your spells and traps. I would need to like find a way to like abuse this. Oh, speaking of insects, Maxi's brother, Hiding Sea. He has a lot of brothers, actually. Level 7, Earth Insect. Another high-level one that you can search. 13, 25, you can only use the first effect of this card once per turn. When your opponent special summons a monster or monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand in face-down defense. And if you do, change it to face-up defense during the end phase of this turn. I think you can already imagine that the second effect will be punishing the opponent. If this card is flipped face-up during the end phase, destroy all special summon monsters on the field. Now, this doesn't now necessarily have to be flipped up by its own effect. You can do it artificially, which is interesting, and you can loop this again and again and again, and it's also not once per turn, if I recall correctly. Only the first effect is once per turn, so I don't know, maybe there could be potential somewhere. It's obviously worse than a bunch of other sea monsters, but still decent. Maybe deserves to make, like, its own video on this card, I don't know, yeah. But anyways, now we have even more Weevil Underworld cards. Holy shit, man. So many insects in Photon Hypernova. I thought this was supposed to be like freaking Galaxy and Photon. I'm just seeing like freaking insects now. Anyways, Bio Insect Armor level 5, Earth Insect 15, 2000. Oh my, this is actually... What the hell is this? Anyways, you can, yeah, if this card is in your hand or grave and you do not control Bio Insect Armor, you can target one insect monster control. Equip this card to it, but banish this card and the equipped monster when they leave the field. Bruh. A monster equipped with this card gains 1500 attack and 2000 defense during the battle phase and main phase 2 only. This card is dog shit. Alright, Giant Ant Lion. Level 3 Earth Insect, 12, 15. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name once per turn. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can special summon this card from the hand. Starts off by being really bad. If this card is normal or special, you can equip it with one insect monster from your hand or grave as an equip spell. That gives it only 500 attack and defense. Oh my god, so generous, man. Once per turn at the start of the damage step, if an insect monster battles, you can target one card you control, and one card your opponent controls, destroy them. Okay, this is still very bad, but I'm trying to be positive right now, and it's impossible. This card sucks ass. Alright, perfect, great insect. Oh my god, man. The artwork just makes me laugh so much. Anyways, one level 8. Holy shit, good luck summoning this card. Must first be either fusion summoned or special summoned from your extra deck by tributing one insect monster with 2000 or more defense equipped with an equip card. Alright, so I guess this is the only beneficial thing about this card, is that it allows you to summon this kind of... It basically turns this into like a Colossus in a way. Let's see if it's as good as Colossus. You can only special summon Big Boy once per turn. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Colossus cannot be destroyed by battle and by card effect. Once per the battle phase, your opponent can't search cards at all. If there is a face-up card in the field zone, quick effect, you can destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Okay, so this is not a mistake. Your opponent can still search. Just creating this card was a mistake, but the card should have been like a mistake. If you understand what I'm trying to say. You don't? I'm too complicated? Okay, it's fine. Moving on. Giant Ball Shoot continuous spell. You can only use the one. No, sorry. This is even worse than I thought. One of the first and second effect of this card's aim once per turn, and only once that turn. When this card is activated, you can target one level 6 or lower insect monster in your grave, and if you do special summon it. Oh, jokes aside, this card is actually not bad at all. Second effect, you can reveal one insect monster in your hand and target one face-up monster your opponent controls. And one insect monster you control with lower attack than the revealed monster, switch control of both, and if you do, the monster you took control of becomes an insect monster. Alright, then taking over a monster. It's actually not bad. Alright, yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, this card doesn't suck at all. Yeah, okay, cool. So this is probably the best card up until now. This is like during the battle phase, and if you have a card in your field zone, and you have to tribute garbage looking ass, bruh. Nah, Weevil, you suck. No, improve at the game. You lost a freaking summon skull cheating. Makyu, the magical mist, doing sketchy shenanigans that make no sense. Alright, now speaking of better at the game, we actually have some cards that don't suck for once. More Spriggans cards, and they have lore with Therions and Splight, so this might be very interesting for the competitive players as well. I don't know about that. But still, Gigantic Champion Sargas, rank 8 Fire Machine exceeds 28, and then 15 to 2+ level 8 monsters. That is most likely not how you will be summoning this card. Haha, kick W. Once per turn, you can also Xyz summon this boy by using one Spriggans Xyz monster control, which is generic rank 4 monsters. So in other words, this is also a rank 4 monster, quote-unquote. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's once per turn. Get ready to have a little bit of a heart attack. If this card has materials, you can add, well, materials, so 1+. You can add one Spriggans or Therion card from your deck to your hand. Yes, you can add a freaking Regulus. This card is really good. Like, very, very good. This card will see play in Earth Machine, I think. Yeah, you can just turn, like, 2 monsters, well, 2... I don't know, you can just generically make Spriggans Merrymaker and then turn it into that, and then just search Regulus, and then just have it like an Omni-Negate, just like that. Kinda looks really good to me, you know? I don't know. If an Xyz monster material is detached, you can target one card on the field, either destroy it or return it to the hand. You can actually bounce back your own cards. So that's actually really interesting, but it could be an interruption on your opponent's turn. If you can go like Dweller, and then, you know, on resolution, destroy something, that's just incredible. Like, this card is fantastic. I have nothing negative to say about this card at all. And the Xyz material doesn't necessarily have to be detached by him. Actually, well, how the hell are you detaching material from this card? Yeah, it doesn't have a single effect to, like, detach its own material, because the search effect is, like, once per turn, but it doesn't force you to detach anything. So it's like, every single turn you go effect, 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 effect. Yeah, free real estate. Really good card. This is fantastic. 9.5 out of 10, maybe. Great, I love it. Tally Ho Spriggans quickly spell. You can only use either the first or second effect of this card's once per turn. I hate when cards have this annoying drawback, like Cyber Dragon Core. When you activate this card, you can also detach up to 3 materials from your Xyz monsters. That would be a way to capitalize off of the free materials that you have underneath this. So add one Spriggans monster from your deck to your hand, then if you detached any material when you activated this card, you can special summon the same number of Spriggan monster from your hand and or grave. Now, this is remarkably good if you're actually playing this in the Spriggans deck. Like, you're making the Spriggans rank 4, and then you're detaching every material from this, and you're reviving back 2 monsters. Oh my god, you can actually do so much. This could actually create, like, just this single-handedly could create, like, an actual Spriggans Therion strategy that could work. Very nice. And, yeah, the second effect, if this card is in your grave, you can target one Xyz monster on the field, detach 1 material from it, and if you do, add this card to your hand. And again, you can, this is a quick play, so you recycle it back and then you set it. Next turn, use the effect again. Oh my god, this is so good. Like, you get, and you add, this is just fantastic, man. 2 search cards, 2 cards, 2 search cards. And they also do other things, so really, really, really good. Another thing is that the second effect will trigger the will be triggered off of this. So that's actually really cool. Like, you can search, I don't really know if you necessarily want to search like Regulus in the actual Spriggans deck. Most likely you want to search like Spriggans cards so that you can make like Utopic Draco Future and stuff like that. Because the deck can easily spam out rank 4s. You can also play the Time Thief cards. Shoutouts to Anthony if you're watching this. I know you're the Spriggans god, but yeah, this is really nice support, I'm pretty sure. Alright, the final card that I will be reviewing today will be Gigantic Thundercross. Normal trap, you can only activate one card with this card's demons per turn. Target monsters on the field and or in the graveyards equal to the difference between the number of both players' banished cards. Banish them, then your opponent can special summon one monster from their deck. Well, first of all, I'm probably gonna make like a full video on this card because it's very, very interesting. It's weird because you kind of have to use like a card like Pot of Desires for this card to have like maximum value. And if you only banish like one card your opponent controls, it's absolute dog shit because then your opponent immediately gets like his money back by summoning any monster from the deck. So you usually don't want your opponent to do that at all. This is actually, this could turn out to be very, very detrimental for you, I want to say. But yeah, being able to banish like 5 monsters in your opponent's field and also freaking 5 monsters in your opponent's graveyards because you use Spot of Desires and you have like 10 extra cards in your banished and your opponent has 0 cards in the banished. This card could be insane. So even if your opponent special summon 1 monsters from the deck, it's fine because you made your opponent go like neg 5 and neg 5 in the grave. So yeah, not bad at all, but I really have to review this in detail. But yeah, how do you guys feel about all these new cards? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.